Reagan, and I'm 7 years old.
My name is Amanda Horn, and I'm 22 years old. My name is Heather Meekum, and I'm 31 years old.
My name is Coretta Page, and I'm 40 years of age.
I'm Jana Belzer, and 7 years ago, I dropped dead of sudden cardiac arrest at the age of 40.
Thinking about heart disease takes me back to my grandmother around 3 years ago, when we were just sitting there having a family good time and watching TV. And all of a sudden she started complaining about a pain going on her right arm and radiating down her arm and going across her neck.
When I was in high school, my grandmother was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And when I was in graduate school, they called me to tell me she was in the hospital going into multi-system failure. And I suffered a massive brainstem stroke just 4 years ago. I was only 18 at the time, and I had just finished my freshman year of college, so I had my whole life ahead of me.
When I was a baby, I had open heart surgery.
I was on vacation, and I'd gone in to change into my swimming suit, and my husband thought I took too long, and he came in and found me blue and not breathing.
And I remember I tried to dial 911 on my cell phone, but I was paralyzed at this point and I was unable to do so. And I told myself, this is it, Amanda, you're dying.
We went from there to the hospital, from the hospital to having all types of decisions to be made. And finally, the last decision was she may not make it through the night.
As I sat by the side of her bed, holding her hand, watching her fade away, slowly but surely, I was really scared because I saw in my grandmother what I could become.
And the funny thing was, I felt like I was on top of the world. I felt like I was in the best of health, and unbeknownst to me, I was having classic female heart attack symptoms. I was uneducated, and it almost cost me my life.
Like my grandmother, I had yo-yo dieted for years, and it had always been about punishing my body. And for my grandmother, it was always about taking care of others instead of taking care of herself. And I knew that was something I had learned from her. The doctors realized that my stroke was caused from a blood clot that passed through a hole in my heart and went to my brain.
The cardiologist did an echocardiogram and found Reagan had transposition of the great arteries. We became overnight experts on congenital heart defects.
And bypass surgery wasn't the end of my treatment, it was just the beginning.
So my husband and I decided that we wanted to be there for each other and that we wanted to change our lifestyle to take care of our bodies so that we could be a good example for our son and so that we could grow old together.
I started exercising myself. I started eating the right foods. Instead of frying, we bake.
Since my stroke, I've learned to be my own advocate and to really listen to my body.
I quit smoking the day I quit breathing. I actually ran a 5K last year, and I am so happy to be alive that I will eat on the good china for no reason at all.
He took up cycling, and I started doing triathlons and half marathons.
We know we need to be heart healthy given our circumstance, and we choose to eat right, exercise, and get routine checkups.
My son and I, we go out to the park. We play basketball, we play baseball, we just have a good time. So I tried to get it into him at a young age, so therefore when he gets older, he can keep that and pass it on to his generation to come.
And I've learned to love being in my body, to enjoy food and enjoy activities while doing what is healthy and good for me.
80% of the risk factors for heart disease are modifiable. We shouldn't leave our health to chance.
I don't take anything for granted, and I genuinely enjoy life. I'm thankful for every day that I'm here because I fully realize that we never know when our time will end. Women like us are dying of heart disease every day.
This #1 killer affects all ages, but is largely preventable.
Our personal choices can turn into life-saving actions.
Our hearts, our choice.
Open your hearts today and make a donation. Together, we can beat heart disease.